All right, we're on here. We're live. Waiting for people to come on and say what's up to everybody. What's live on Facebook
And hi, YouTube.
and YouTube. We're just awkwardly sitting here. It's one
Travis,
of those.
how was your day?
Just so you know, I'm Travis Pauley. I'm the campus pastor for Salty Church here at in Flagler Beach, and this is my wife Joni. And we're coming to you live tonight. Tonight is my opportunity to go live, and I felt like bringing somebody that was a little prettier than I am. So here's my wife, and we're excited to just hang out with you guys. So I see Joe Hassan's on.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's up, Joe? Joe Hassan.
He doesn't even know you.
Joe's one of our life group leaders and also a greeting team leader.
Mr. Jeff.
A few people starting to join. That's right. Who is that? He says, we're coming to your house tomorrow. You know who this is. Come on, man. We were invited anyway.
Maybe he doesn't know.
Maybe he doesn't know that. Yeah. What's up, everybody? I see Francis is online. Jeff, Salty Family Services. My peeps.
What day is it? Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Friday. I don't know what day.
Is anybody else having trouble figuring out what day it is right now? Yes. Keeping track is a difficult thing when you're isolated in your house. So we're up here at the rescue station just kind of hanging out. Our internet at home is a little unstable, so we wanted to try to have a good feed going for you guys. Smiley face, yes. So anybody else enjoying some beautiful weather? This weather's gorgeous outside. I love it.
We should get the most hearts and thumb pop-ups of any other video. Every time you love what we say, give us those hearts. Give us those hearts. I like to see the hearts flying.
Love to see the hearts. So again, I'm Travis Pauley. In case you just joined us, I'm the campus pastor for Salty Church in Flagler Beach, and we're just excited to be hanging out, having the opportunity to connect when we're in a time where connection doesn't seem as easy, and not able to spend time together at church. But how awesome is it that we have the platform we have with social media and all that the internet provides, so that we can connect digitally and still have community going on, still have times to encourage one another, and just see each other that way. So welcome if you're just joining us. We're excited that you're here. And this is my wife, Joni, if you guys don't know.
I don't appreciate this. I think it's Joe. Somebody's sad facing and angry facing and laughing at us. I said hearts and like, where'd you get a flower?
What did Jeff say? Jeff said,
he's glad I'm here. Me
glad
too.
That, yeah. So you can do the heavy lifting. Oh, she probably can lift heavier than me.
I worked out for the first time in a week yesterday, and I'm so sore.
I haven't worked out in a really long time, unless you consider eating sugar cookies a workout, which I eat them so fast and so often I can start sweating. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but hey, we're just glad you're here.
Hi,
and
Kim.
yeah, hey, Kim, glad you're here, and we're excited to connect together. And I got a question I want to ask you. Just in this crazy time where we're kind of sitting in our houses, we're a little bit more isolated than normal. What is the most boring activity or task that you have done this week that you would never normally do, because normally we're not isolated like this? So what's the most boring task or activity you've engaged in this week?
I'll start while we're waiting for your comments to come in. I see Anne-Marie over there on YouTube. Hey, girl. So I have a problem with yarn. I have a lot of. Do I have enough yarn, Travis?
No, dear.
So I have yarn that I haven't even gone through since we moved into our house, which was almost 2 years ago. So I went through all my yarn. Well, I went through a lot of my yarn that has been under our bed in these big tote things, and I put it all over the front porch and cleaned it out, put it where it went.
Yes.
Boring. I want to play with the yarn. I don't want to organize the yarn.
Yes, a task that she would not have ever done, except for she was really bored, and she actually rearranged our room.
Oh yeah, that's not boring though. I like that.
See, it's boring to me, rearranging the room. I mean, I like it when it's done, but it's boring doing it. So yes, a little bit of a boredom activity. What about you guys? What's something super boring that you've done this week that you wouldn't normally have done outside of this isolation situation we're in right now? Share some comments.
How about you?
So I didn't really have a lot of downtime. It's interesting. You would think that this would create a lot of downtime, but I think I've been on the phone and email and Facebook and Zoom meetings and video conferencing more than I'm constantly working. It's crazy. Joni will come in and tell the kids to be quiet all the time because I'm constantly on the phone, or I'm making a phone call, or I'm emailing somebody, or I'm constantly doing something. So for me, I haven't had a whole lot of downtime to be super bored. I got a little bit of time today. I just like cut everything off and had to take a little bit of time just to renew myself a little bit. But I've just been working. Maybe some of you are like that too. Maybe some of you have been super bored, and maybe some of you have been super busy. But what are some of the things you've been bored with and doing when you're bored, or some of the things you've been busy with?
We have some answers here.
Okay,
Anne Marie and Chris cleaned their closets and dressers. Boring.
Anne Marie and Chris.
But congratulations. I'm so glad and proud of you that you got that done.
Yeah. So now you feel good about decluttering. I see Brooks put some things down there. I see Joe is working from home.
Dresser drawers.
Dresser drawers. I have done none of that.
It's the Pauleys. Hi, Brooke. Brooks had a really boring Bible study with me this morning. Just kidding. We had a blast. Yeah. What else you guys doing? Cleaning closets. A lot of closets and dresser drawers have been neglected, you guys.
Think about how
painting the house.
That's taking it to the next level, Mindy. You're painting your house. That is extreme boardom.
Organizing a garage. Oh, it's hot outside.
I don't have a garage to organize.
Pacing the floor, Mike Edwards.
I do that when I'm on phone calls. I always pace the floor. It's like, I don't know. It's this weird thing I do. If I'm on the phone with you ever, you can bet that I'm just pacing through the house or the office or wherever I am, just constantly walking, because I just can't sit still when I'm on the phone. It's hard to even sit still right now for this in this one little box here. So
let me read a couple more here. We've got Kat is not slowing down like you. Kat, I know you need to slow down because you're always on the go. So you need to find some slowdown. You should be crocheting, girl. Jason's doing nothing a lot, and he wants to be on the move.
Yeah.
I see Drew Swaggerty has joined us on YouTube. Teresa, you're moving? You got to fill us in on that, girl.
I'll fill you in. Hey, so I asked this question, and for us, some of us are bored right now. Some of us are really busy right now. We might find ourselves in one of those two places. And here's the thing. Sometimes, and if we go through hurricane seasons here, when we were in Virginia, we'd go through snowstorms there, and everything would just kind of shut down, and you would feel like kind of lethargic a little bit, kind of isolated, and you just kind of start sliding back a little bit. So maybe some of us are in that place right there. Others of us were super busy, and we're just not finding time for things. And maybe during that boredom or during that busyness, we're feeling a little overwhelmed. We're starting to worry about our fears and our anxiety a little bit more. We're thinking about what ifs and where's the toilet paper and all the other stuff that we're dealing with. And when that happens, it's so important that we, like Robbie said before, we don't feed our fears. We don't feed into that. We don't focus so much on that, but we start feeding our faith. And I just really want to encourage you to be doing that, whether it's following along with Core 52 or using the Salty notes on salty.org. If you don't see the tab there, you can go to salty.org/notes. There's a study that we publish every week based on the sermons that Robbie or one of our campus pastors teach. I mean, these are things that you got to make time for, because we're all going to be feeling frustrated. We're all going to be feeling overwhelmed. We're going to be bored. We're going to be sliding back maybe in some of that faith journey we've been in, and just that being passionate and firing up about and reminding each other about, hey, man, we're on mission. Like as a church, as a people of God, we are always on mission, and we are always to be seeking God and what his will is for us. And it's so easy when we're not connecting that way. And that's why it's important too, not only just to do your own individual time in the Word and, into the Bible and Core 52 and all that, but really connecting in groups. And right now that makes it seems like it's a difficult task, but it's actually not. We have the luxury of being able to connect online digitally. We can have digital communities in small groups, life groups online through various platforms. And so we really want to continue to push on and encourage guys to go to salty.org, hit the connect tab, and sign up for a group. If you're in a current group, most of those groups I think will be meeting online. I know it. Most of them are that I've heard of. Other than that, we'd like to maybe start some new groups, and maybe some of you would just want to get together and gather online. We've got some tools, we've got some resources to be able to do that. So you just fill out an online connection card. Let us know about groups. You want to be a part of a group or whatever. One of our campus pastors will reach out to you this week, and we will connect you. And it's just so vital for our faith. So don't let this be a time where we slide backwards. And for us, groups have been a powerful part of our lives and our marriage and our family for as long as we've been a part of them. You get some of that experience about connecting with a group. It's been powerful for you, right?
I've been leading groups since I was 20. We're not going to go into how long that's been, but a very long time.
She's 21.
Yeah, for one whole year.
Yeah.
Now my daughter's almost 20, so you put the math together, right? So I've been leading groups for a long, long time. But the best part of groups for me was when this guy was in a group. And I love to talk about my Thursdays in the mid 2000s when I had little kids at home. He was in a men's group. They met Wednesday nights, and all of the wives loved Thursdays. Thursdays, we got breakfast made for us, and we got, oh gosh, flowers and sweet cards, because on Wednesdays, the guy said, "What'd you do for your wife this week?" And they'd be like, "Oh, dang, I better do something for my wife." One time he gave me a whole year where all the Thursdays were my own, and I got to do whatever I wanted on Thursdays, and he took care of the kids. And that was from a men's group. So ladies, get your guys a men's group. No, I'm just kidding. But the guys need other guys to open up to, just like girls need to talk about stuff. They have got to have other guys to tell them the stuff their wives are already telling them, and new stuff too. Really great stuff. But I also want to say really quick, today I had my first online group with my Bible study, and there was a whole lot of relaxation involved. Like, we could be in our jammies still. That was awesome. We didn't have to dress up and go to someone's house. Everybody just was their own self in their comfy spot in their house, and it was really cool. So if you have not been in a group at someone else's house, is a great way to jump in and get to know people. You can still be at your own house and be comfy.
Yeah, and it's so important. It's like what she said, when us guys got together back on those Wednesdays, and now for us, we've got groups now in our campus and online as well, that when we get together, it feeds your faith. It spurs you on. It reminds you of what's true. It helps drown out some of the noise and anxiety and the fears and the feeling of being overwhelmed. And it connects you back to truth. It connects you back to community of people who are going through the same things you are, that are experiencing difficulties and trials, but man, are experiencing victory through Christ and just overcoming. And so I think that's just so important to connect to a group, which is why you need to go to salty.org and connect. If you're not currently meeting in a group, like Robbie said last night, man, you're just in a bad place. You've got to connect. It's something that we need as community. Jesus said, most important thing you can do is love God and love others. You can't love others if you're not connected to them. And when you do love others, man, it's powerful what can happen. And so I really want to encourage you to do that. We've got groups meeting digitally, but not only just connect to a group, maybe host a group. Be somebody that's willing, fill out the connection card and be somebody that's willing to host a group. We'll give you the tools and resources to do that with digital platforms, video conferencing, and then you can just host a group of people and use the Salty Notes or whatever other Core 52 stuff you want to do, and just start leading a group and leading conversation. And you don't have to be a Bible scholar to do it. We will resource you and help you feel confident in it. But go to salty.org, fill that out. Because here's the deal. Yes, coronavirus is happening. Yes, lots of things. We are on mission, and there's people around us that are afraid. There's people around us that are struggling. There's people around us that they're uncertain. And if you look through history, Jason said this not too long ago in an email he sent out. Jason, or one of our campus pastors at Salty in Ormond, he said, in all the times in history when God moved through people, or when God made a move happen, or when the church did something profound, it was always in times of uncertainty, in times of frustration and fears and oppression. And that's the point where God can move. And right now, if we all would stay willing, and if we all would take next steps and keep taking next steps to create opportunity for mission to happen, imagine what God will do through this time. I mean, I'm just excited about the opportunity. I think right now is key to get connected to a group. And listen to what the Bible says here. The Bible says in Hebrews 10, verses 23 through 25, let us hold tightly without wavering to the hope we affirm. Without wavering, without worrying about what could happen, without worrying about everything that's happening now. Just hold on to it without wavering. For God can be trusted to keep his promise. God's with us. He's never left us. He's always going to be there. Even when we are faithless, he is faithful. And so he's always going to be trusted. And let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. And let us not neglect our meeting together. Just because we don't have a building to meet in doesn't mean we can't meet on Sundays. You can catch us on YouTube and Facebook. Go to salty.org and you can find the links there. And through our digital platforms, we don't have to neglect meeting together as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now that the day of his return is drawing near. So it's really important for us to connect, to get that encouragement, to rally around God's word and to be encouraged. There's a bunch of comments here. And sorry, we're not reading a whole bunch of them, but man, there's a ton of stuff here. Did you see any good ones?
Your mom's here.
Hey, what's up, Mom? What's up, Mom from Palm Coast?
Yes, it's really important to stay connected right now. Without the coronavirus, we've already know that when times get tough, we tend to isolate. And although we are supposed to be isolating, we don't need to be away from connection with people. So definitely get on there at salty.org and get yourself signed up to a group or to lead a group. If you've been in a group for a long time, come on now. I've been leading groups since I was 20 and I was scared when I started, but it's so fun. You get your people that way.
And if you don't have relationships, this is a great time to learn relationships. And it's in a safer environment even than going into somebody's house, right? I mean, you're in your own home, you're videoing in, you're using a platform like Zoom or something else. If you haven't created your account for that, do that. Or let us know and we'll help you create it if you are technologically challenged like I can be sometimes. And I'll let you know a little secret. One of our staff members named Corey got a frantic call from me before this, about 20 minutes before this goes live. And I'm like, I don't know how to make this thing go live. It's different than my app. And so it
was fun.
It was stressful. But yeah, if you struggle with that, we'll walk you through creating a group. We'll help you. But man, it's a great way to meet people, to laugh a little bit in the middle of all of this. I mean, the fact that I've had Joni and Scott Baker and others that I could connect with, whether it's at home or in groups online, it's just been really encouraging during this time. And so I want to remind you that, man, go to salty.org and connect to a group. And Jeff from Salty Family Services, Travis does not do group in his jammies, or do I? Maybe from the top up. You don't know what I'm wearing from the top down right now. Maybe TMI. I don't know. I promise I'm wearing jeans right now. But
yes, I can verify that.
Yes. So
some of you guys hopped on a little bit later. We asked in the beginning what the most boring thing that you have done in this week of, maybe some of you have not had slower weeks, you've had busier weeks, like the people working here. But if your week has slowed down like mine, all my jobs got kind of canceled and I've been crocheting and feeling pretty good about it. But what boring thing have you done that you never would have done? I saw Elizabeth Lincoln Hoker was ironing her kitchen towels.
Yeah, they were doing all kinds of stuff.
That's just sad. Now the VW bus, that's cool stuff. But ironing your kitchen towels, there's no reason for that. But we asked what your boring thing was to share that, but we do want to have a positive spin as well.
Yes.
What is the best thing that has happened with our life change in all of this? I stumbled upon a new little business that wouldn't have happened if people hadn't hoarded toilet paper. So that was fun.
Yeah. And then, for me, it's just been a time of really, I focus on empowering leaders. That's what I do for a job, right? I get the opportunity to be a pastor and to encourage and empower people. But this is a real exciting time. I'm very excited, and God has fired me up for the mission more so than before, even because necessity is the mother of invention. Right now, we have got to create and invent and think outside the box. And man, that just gets me excited. So the conversations I've been having with people about that and how they're feeling empowered and encouraged to create groups and opportunities, it's awesome. I see somebody online said spending more time with kids. Yeah, Laura, that's so awesome. And I love seeing the posts about that. I love seeing the creative ways people are doing challenges with their kids, or hanging out and doing PE outside or whatever it is.
Parents have been thrown into the deep end. Take these packets they're sending home from school, all this extra work you get to help with. I hope that's going well. I know the school's still ironing all that out for you guys, but you are champions and you will do it well.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Yeah, that's been cool to see that stuff. What else has God been doing in your life through this time?
I like this. Anne Marie and Chris said they've grown closer together. They discovered Pure Flix Christian movies.
Nice. That's good. Yeah.
Love it.
A lot of people watching Netflix, A lot of people working from home. Now I have a desk, home office after none for a year. There you go. There's a positive,
Got a new
right?
home office out
Yeah,
of
got a
it.
new home office, so that's great. You know,
I love it. I love you guys are liking each other's comments too and replying to each other. We love it. What else have you done that has been positive that is only because of the situation we're in? I was really happy to rearrange our bedroom.
yeah,
I've
it was
been
nice.
talking
I liked
about
it.
that for a while, and
Although I had to learn to
takes a-
sleep on a different side of the bed just because of the way we moved everything, and it's getting a little getting used to. You know,
I like it. I can
it's
see the
hard.
sunset when I sit in my bed and
Yeah.
crochet. I can watch the sun go down. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
What else? Less traffic on the roads during your commute. I love that. Great positive outlook, Lene.
Yes.
Brought me
Yes.
closer to God.
So I'm gonna stick to try to be right around 20 minutes here. Here's my challenge to you: if you are currently in a group, who can you invite to be a part of that digital group? You know, talk to your leader about it first, but just invite people to that. Or if it gets too big, branch off. Who will branch off and create new group opportunities and new group experiences for people to connect to a place of hope, encouragement, truth, and motivation to continue on doing this mission? Who's going to step and do that? And for those of you who are not currently in groups, will you take me up on the challenge and go to salty.org, hit the connect tab, and fill out a connection card, and let us know you want to be a part of a group, and we will help you create those opportunities, or we will connect you to one that's already there. But we really want you to get connected because, again, don't lose hope. Don't lose sight of that hope, right? How are we going to do that? Like it says in Hebrews, what I just read a few minutes ago, how are we not going to lose hope? How are we not going to start sliding backwards and become, isolated and lethargic in our faith? It's being in community. It fires you up. It stirs you up. And I'll be honest, I'm stirred up right now. Just the fact that you guys are all on here and seeing all these people that I know and love, and even people I don't, to connect together and encourage each other. So thank you for that. My phone's blowing up again. So we are going to leave you with that. Everybody leave here, go to salty.org, or everyone leave here and go to someone in your community, in your neighborhood, in your family that you know, and ask them to be a part of your group online. And if you need help, if you need resources, fill out the connection card. We'll hook you up. Don't forget to join us Sunday as we go live with our worship service once again on salty.org. We love you guys. We are praying for you all the time. And this is Pauley Family out. See ya.
Bye.
Pray for her. She's going to live with me every day. See ya.